Hi friends, how are you all? Today we will start our new unit. The name unit number 9. The name of unit is Forest and Wildlife Resource. Dear students, I told you I will not explain unit line to line because we have not enough much time. So I will tell you especially important topic. In this unit, especially we have 7 topic. First, classification of forest. Second, remedies for forest conservation. Third is wildlife diversity. Fourth topic, main topic is reason for the destructions of wildlife. Fifth is reservation of wildlife. Sixth is wildlife protection scheme, and seven is sanctuaries, national parks, and bioreserve. Now we will start our topic number 1, classification of forest. Let's see. Natural vegetations that has grown without human help is called forest or virgin vegetations. We have many type of forest. First forest is reserve forest. These forests are directly under the control of government. In this forest, that is restrictions on lumbering, collection of woods or pasturing. Second forest is protected. These forests are looked after by the government. Local people are permitted to collect wood and graze their animals without causing any harm to the trees. Third forest is unclassified. Such forests are still not classified and there is no restrictions on tree felling or animal grazing. Next forest is state forest. The central or state governments control such forests. Most of the forests of the country fall under this category. Next forest is community forest. The local self-government institutions like Gram Panchayat, District Panchayat, municipalities and municipal corporation have control over such forests. Next and last forest is private forest. These type of forests are owned by individual. Most of these forests are found in Odisha, Meghalaya, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh. Some of these are in haphazard conditions and some are totally barren. Okay, so this was the importance of forests and their classifications. Our next topic is remedies for forest conservations. What is there? Let's see. Substitutes or open should be found for wood so that trees are not cut. If trees need to be cut for development work, then such new trees should be grown. There should be a ban on cutting trees which are not fully grown. The industries which use raw material from the forest should do afforestation. No damage should be caused to forests under the name of ecotourism. School and college syllabus should educate students about the importance of forests and the need for conserving them. All students will grow more and more trees. Social forestry for fodder and full food and agroforestry should be developed. Next is, instead of firewood, solar energy and natural biogas should be used. So these are remedies for conservation. Our next and important topic is wildlife diversity. Let's see. India has a huge diversity of wildlife due to its climate and geographical features. There are about 15 lakh species of animals and birds in the world. Out of this, 81,251 students, please understand, 15 lakh now minus by 81,000 species are found in India. India stands 12th in the world in terms of biodiversity. African steppe hyena and deer, European wolf and wild goats, Kashmiri deer, Southeast Asian elephants, gibbons, means monkeys are seen in India. The various animals that are seen in India are black bears, one-horned rhino, deer and snakes. The different types of birds found are peacock, great Indian bustard means gorad, hawk, kingfisher, flamingo and cranes. The snow leopard and the red panda are found in the higher altitude region of the Himalayas. India is the only country where both tiger and lion are in their natural habitats. During winter, many migratory birds come to the Keoladev National Park, Bharatpur Sanctuary of Rajasthan and to Nal Sarovar in Gujarat. Sea turtles come to lay eggs along the coast of Odisha. Pythons, cobras and various snakes are found. The southern rain forest. Okay, so these are our wildlife diversity. Our next topic is reason for the destructions of wildlife. What is the reason? Let's see. Reason for the destructions of wildlife. People interfere in the forest, grasslands, and in waterlogged area. In this endangers the natural habitat of the wild animals. Deforestation has created an imbalance in nature, and this has taken away the home of the deforestation. The wild animals and their number has reduced. Hunting of wild animals for their hair, skin, bone, horns or nails has reduced their number. Elephant teeth and lion's neck are very costly. Human greed has to less explorations of forest land. In the name of development, roads, multi-purpose projects, mines, expansion of new settlements or cities displace the wild animals. There is pressure on forest land for grass, grazing, cattle and fuel wood. As animals lost their natural habitat, the wild animals enter into human habitat and are killed. Many animals are killed for making certain medicines and perfumes. This has brought many species on the verge of extinction. So these are the reason for destruction of wildlife. Our next topic is how to preserve of wildlife. Dear students, this is our responsibility. How to preserve our wildlife. Okay, let's see. Dear students, it is our responsibility. It is necessary to change our attitude to persistence toward the forest. Okay, we have to preserve our wildlife. So, government describes different type of schemes. Means wildlife protections or wildlife schemes. Which type of schemes are here? Let's see. Some schemes are implemented in India to protect the wildlife. Under this scheme, some projects are started for these animals, species which are in danger or which are likely to be extinct in the near future. First scheme is Tiger Project. In the beginning of and these all schemes are very important. These schemes in the beginning of the 20th century, there were more than 40,000 tigers in India. More than 40,000, dear students. Due to unrestricted and illegal hunting and deforestation, the tigers are getting extinct. To protect the tiger from extinction, the Tiger Project was started in 1973. Please underline. Steps were taken to keep their natural habitat protected and maintain ecological balance at the national level. The project has been implemented in about 44 regions. Our next topic is Elephant Project. Elephant Project was started in 1992. Please underline. Its main object was to provide the elephants protections in their natural habitats and along their migratory corridors. Today, there are about 26 protection zones for elephants in the forest. This project also works for the maintenance of domestic elephants. Next is the Rhino Project. This project was created for the protections of one-horned rhino. In India, most of the rhinos are found in Assam state and Sundarban of West Bengal. According to the strategy of Rhino Vision 2020, it is targeted to increase the number of rhinos to 3,000. Next is Crocodile Project, Vulture Project. Many projects are there. Okay, dear students, we last discuss Vulture Project. The vulture acts as a cleanliness worker of nature. It eats the meat of dead animals. There are 9 subspecies of vultures in India. Due to the unusual decrease in its number, this project was started in 2004. Our last topic is Sanctuaries, National Parks and Bioreserve. This is our last topic. Okay, students, we have doubt. What is sanctuary? Sanctuary means what? Sanctuary means natural area which protects wildlife. Human activities are permitted within certain limits. Domestic animals are allowed to graze with permission from the authorities. It is established for the protections of some species. There are 531 sanctuaries in India and 23 in Gujarat. Sanctuary now we will discuss is about national park. What is national park? National park is a man-made area for protection of wildlife in a natural habitat. Compared to sanctuary, this is more protected zone. There is complete ban on animal grazing. Kaziranga, Corbett, Velavadar, Marine National Park, Gir and Dachigam are important national parks. There are 103 national parks in India and 4 in Gujarat. Next and last, what is bioreserve? Bioreserves are formed according to international norms for protection of wildlife. Beside all vegetations, insects and land of their area, the lifestyle of the people living there also protect. The average area of such zone is larger than 5,000 square kilometers. The Run of Kutch, Gujarat was declared as a bioreserve in 2008. There are 18 bioreserves in India. So, dear students, these are our here we complete our unit 9. Question answer I will send you later. Okay, thank you.